feel like I just should probably find a nice background. Well,
If you want to. Remember, this is the
oh, it's
teaser.
the teaser, so I can do whatever I want.
Yeah, right. That, and you're grown, so you can always do whatever you want. I want to remind you of that.
That's true. That is true. All right. So what are you thinking? What are we? Are we doing it like this, and then we're both like, "Hey, this is Jess. This is Jonesy. We're fucking great. We're sad. We're depressed. We're thriving."
And that's really the basis of the show. So this is how we do a cold open. This, friends, is Minding Our Business. It's our new show. It's our experiment and sanity check for a new show that we're launching right here. My name is Dan Jones, otherwise known as Jonesy. I am the multipreneur marketer, and I have failed my way to a modicum of success. And we're supposed to ask each other, why do we want to do this? Why are we doing a show that talks about mental health, dealing with business? You know, why? For me, it comes down to passion. And if I had to boil it down to something, I just want to share my failures and then overcoming said failures with other people so they don't make those mistakes. And if they do, and if bad things happen, then there are ways to navigate that. There are ways to deal with the darkest, deepest, most horrific, intrusive thoughts that come into your mind as an individual and a founder, as a business owner, because those two things are not mutually exclusive. And as much as we'd love to separate our work with our with our life, there is no such thing for the entrepreneur. So I want to share everything I have learned in dealing with horrific intrusive thoughts, depression, and anxiety. And spending most of my adult life, my career, not in the place where I should have been, not in a job, a vocation that was conducive to my entrepreneurial type of mindset. I'm there now. So things are better, but they're not perfect because it comes with a whole new set of challenges that a lot of which I'm prepared for and a lot of that I'm not. So we deal with some bad stuff. And I do got to put the disclaimer: we're not mental health professionals. We're just professionals at experiencing mental health.
Speak for yourself on that. I am actually a professional at most things that I do.
Fair, but we do want to say, and this is the disclaimer: if you are feeling any type of thoughts about harming yourself, anything like that, call 911, call your therapist. We're here to support you, to let you know you are not alone. We have things that can help you. We are going to bring on guests that are going to help you. But contact your provider, your therapist, your clinician, 911. That's a non-negotiable.
Yeah, and to kind of piggyback off what you were saying, Dan, I think, why we decided to do this. I think that we've met up with each other enough to where we kind of were starting to see a pattern on how we operated. The kind of goal is I started to see you as an avenue where I could share some videos that I was thinking about wanting to share about mental health, because I was seeing such a great, it's nothing new, but it is true how your mental health and your business go together. When I was struggling this past year with my mental health, my business was tanking. And now that I'm learning that they both need to coexist, I'm ready to, I feel like it's part of my story, part of my advocacy is to help, whether it's business owners, whether it's even people that have, mental health issues, people that are bipolar, and they feel like they can't do something because of their emotional dysregulation. I feel like I'm doing it. And I think I have a good story that I can share to kind of inspire other people to do it. And I'm just really passionate at this point in my career and my life, is that I think my legacy now is helping others build. And I think that the avenue that I was missing was, I always loved real estate. I always loved business. It was the mental health factor that I think I needed to bring in.
That is beautiful. That is like about a perfect summation of how we got together and why this happened. And it's just like it happened. We've known each other maybe barely 2 years now, if that, just through business networking. And at the surface level, we really couldn't be more different, like in where we're at, like just like our lifestyles. Like we'll just take a weekend, for example. You're at the shore, I'm playing hockey. You are a girl
Yep.
mom. I am not a mom, nor do I have kids. So there's so many differences between us. But the more we talk, like one of the first things I thought about you, I'm like, wow, she's got her shit together.
Nah.
Narrator, she don't. Narrator, I don't. Um, and that coincided with a couple months ago, somebody at another networking meetup, like a summit event. It was the wife of another, like my contemporary. He does marketing, just in a different type of vertical industry. I met her my second, third time maybe, and she goes, "You're always smiling. You always just look so happy. You're always smiling whenever we're hanging out." I said, "Oh, okay." It actually touched me. I'm like, I appreciate you saying that, because I worked very hard at that. Um, yeah, like I'm in a state, like a state. Stage of life where I'm like better. Therefore, the smiling. And the smiling is also a coping mechanism of the mess that's underneath. So, of course, like my
Yeah.
overthinking, I dug multiple layers deep. And then just like reminded me of each other with this.
Well,
Because,
that's a perfect example of like, yeah, we don't have that many hobbies or quote unquote that much uncommon when you look at us from paper. But the one thing that doesn't discriminate is we have the mental health piece that kind of brought
Mhm.
us together. And the fact that we both have been business owners and struggled, and the fact that I never said it to anybody, but casually was like opening up a little bit to you, and you were like, well, that's me too.
Mhm.
And you think about how many business owners are struggling all the time that aren't saying it because they want everything from the outside looking in to look good.
Sure. Sure.
Um, and I think it's going to take people actually sharing in the moment what's happening with their business to actually have people open up and share what's going on with them. Like my broker told us that he used to get so stressed that he would faint. We never knew that about him. He's the guy that's up in front of everyone. He's the leader, but this
Mhm.
happened to him. This struggle happened, and now he's finally talking about it now that he's out of it. What if we talked about it before?
Right.
What things could have been different in his business if he was able to handle and oh, sorry, my kids just came in the room and they're very loud. Hold on. I gotta spin my noodles. So I hope you're not posting this in entirety. You're gonna chop this up, right?
I kind of prefer not to because I think this is very relevant about interruptions and life happening when we planned you plan to make some content and you don't plan for the interruptions, but that is life.
This
And
is
if
life.
we have, look at you, you're unfazed by it. You're like, okay, well, this is happening, so I got to go stir some noodles while we're doing this, because you have a system framework and a way to deal with it. And maybe at one point, and I'm not speaking for you, but for myself, some type of interruption like that would have probably make me shut down or want to quit or at least like postpone or procrastinate for a good long time. Now you roll with it because you have a
But
system and a
it
way,
took
way
me
to
a
do it.
while to roll with it.
Mm-hmm.
And believe me, it's not the same always. Is that there are times that I am melting down or I'm crying to my husband and saying to him, you would never know what it's like to have to work and be on the phone with a client when the kids are around. And then from there, that turns into a whole nother level of guilt with your kids where you're mad at them for wanting to talk to you while you're working, but you're with them.
Right.
So that's a whole nother level. But I really tried to just like fact check my life, like always be like, is this something I can control? Is there anything I can do to change it? Is me, having to reschedule this phone call with Jonesy gonna ruin my life? Like in the moment when I'm
Mm-hmm.
getting interrupted because I can't do what I want to do, yeah, totally explode it. But once you sit back and check the facts in your head, I do a lot of radical acceptance. Like I have to check facts all the time, even if it's like paranoid that everyone hates me, which is crazy because I'm me, right?
And objectively, 5 minutes later that that's not the case.
Yeah, so yeah, I gotta fact check my life, but I just have such an interesting like what everybody sees to kind of go off of your smiling thing, what everybody has seen from me on the outside. I'm definitely this person. I am like a happy like person. I'm positive,
Mm-hmm.
but it's not always like that. I can go into my office, especially when I was having a hard time this past year. I could go in the office and like trot around all happy. I would leave and get in my car and cry. I won Miss Sunshine at my office when I was a full storm on the inside. I showed up to that award thing. I missed the award because I had a panic attack and I had to leave. So not only did I have a panic attack, I had to leave, I missed my damn award. And the whole thing is I was paranoid everybody hated me.
Completely
So
cyclical
I
and
ruined something. I ruined something I ruined something that would have been great for myself. I would have loved to have been there, but I was completely in my head of making something up that wasn't actually happening. So
I had a similar situation a couple weeks ago. I'm going to save it for an episode, I think.
All right, save it.
That's why this is the teaser. There will be no shortage of that. You and I can wax philosophical about that for days, and that's all good. I do also, as the marketer in me says, yes, we are targeting the entrepreneur and the business owner and the founder, but all of this is relevant to any human being who wants to share experience or just listen to tales of self-care, confidence building as the preventive maintenance, and then some improvement hacks and stress management mitigators in the moment that we have learned and deployed. I always love to learn more, and the guests we bring on and the feedback we get are just going to add to that collective body, therefore making us just a better species of understanding, which then of course leads to better business relationships on all sides. That's the way I see it.
And I see it the way you see it, of course.
With your own experience and flavor, and you're the improv professional, so
yes, I've taken a handful of classes. That makes me an expert,
and I've done 0. So comparatively, you are the expert.
Listen, I think what we both can agree is what this comes down to is that there's 2 people that want to collaborate to spread a positive message and hopefully get something out there. That one thing that we say, if it brightens someone's day, brings value to their business, anything, that'll be enough.
Yep.
I don't care if anyone hears us besides the people that we know. But I definitely want to make it known that we need to end stigma around mental health.
Yeah. End it, or at least do our part to improve that, to remove the stigma, I should say. Yeah.
To talk about more about hustle culture and how, it drives you to the ground.
F hustle culture.
If you're hustling, you're doing it wrong.
we'll workshop that statement. We're going to figure this out in real time. We are going to drop episodes 1 and 2 very, very shortly. Episodes 1 and 2 will be titled, and I quote, "Why Mindset is the Business Plan." Episode 2, "The Inner Critic Who Gave Them a Mic," them being us. And looking forward after that, we are going to bring on fellow entrepreneurs who are experiencing the likeness struggles that we have, but with their own story and businesses and background struggles and successes. We're going to bring on the actual professionals, credentialed professionals. We are both experienced at experiencing mental health. But we're not licensed professionals, and we're going to bring those people on, credentialed, licensed, authoritative professionals, who can assist you in the moment. And it's going to be a beautiful thing.
And at the very least, you'll get information. But even if you watch us, if we're bringing therapists and these professionals on, at least seeing it, if you feel like you had no resources, you can now think back to an episode. Maybe you heard a name where you're struggling one day and you're like, you know what, I know this therapist. I'm going to reach out for that resource. Yep.
There's going to be different methodologies, different coping mechanisms, different therapists that are going to resonate with different people. That's just the way it is. And the more cooperative that we make it is going to just create that conduit for somebody to connect with the right person. Yeah. So it's going to get dark. It's going to get weird, but it's also kind of going to be fun and funny, because that's pretty much how you and I approach this.
No, there's nothing funnier than depression.
Yeah.
I mean, it'll kill you, laughing my ass off.
There's the tagline: minding our business, because there's nothing funnier than depression.
We are the happiest depressed people that you'll ever know. This ain't butter. Can't believe it. This is I
Yep.
can't believe it's not butter.
It's time to suspend your disbelief, people, because we're going to be here building the best versions of ourselves and helping you do the same thing for yourselves.